Triathlon training. You maybe have caught my previous video right before this. If you didn't, I'll link below to the marathon training. But this week we're going to talk about triathlon training. While it is very similar to what we just discussed with marathon training, I'd like to just dab in a little bit more into the triathlon part. I'm Leslie Urbis. I'm a registered dietitian and a personal trainer, and I've had quite a few triathletes follow through with me, and they were curious on one big thing. How do I know how to eat before, during, and after? One of the biggest things that people have always heard is to carb load, right? While carb loading is positive, I would tell you that there is a good amount of research that in the days prior, you should be eating good, healthy meals mixed with carbs and protein that are good for your stomach, that cause minimal bloating and minimal issues that will help you to build your carb storage for the day of your workout. Now, even when we carb load, no matter what we consume, the next day, we are going to need to make sure that if it's a later in the day thing, we have a decent sized breakfast. Okay, good amount of carb, good amount of protein, approximately an hour and a half before we start that. So that way it's clear of the stomach and it is digested and able to work for us. Then typically after we've initiated the triathlon, about every hour to an hour and a half, you're probably going to want to have some sort of bean or beverage or food or something that's going to provide to you calories from sugar or carbs, some hydration, and potentially some caffeine if that's needed for you in order to continue through the workout. How much and all of these little tidbits can be easily found out when we know your height, your weight, and what you need. Nowhere in there could you just assume that because it works for me, it would work for you, especially if we're different heights, weights, genders, etc. So if you're contemplating running a triathlon, what I want you to do is think about all of those moving parts. And if you'd like to get some personal help to run that triathlon successfully, I would love to help you. So below this video is a link to my personal brainstorm call where we can sit down and figure out what you need to do to achieve your goals. All right, guys, have a fit and fabulous day. Happy triathlon training.